Would you love to blow like Justin Bieber or someone like that? I hear he has big balls.
I'm not going to jail for any of them, Howard.
Right, maybe he's too young, right? All right, so let's see. Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss of Kiss, every male member of Fleetwood Mac, but you only blew Lindsey Buckingham.
Right.
Eddie and Alex Van Halen. Who has the bigger penis, Eddie or Alex?
Alex.
Big.
I knew it.
Robin always said it.
We're playing We're an American Band on the radio right now.
Does Eddie Van Halen have a big penis?
He does all right. He does okay.
But Alex, isn't it weird how two guys, genetic material is the same parents, everything, and you say Alex has a huge cock?
Alex is fabulous. I let him slip through my fingers in 1984. He was going through a divorce. He was ripe for the picking.
And he gave it to you, what, in the ass or in the vagina?
In the second one, you said, Howard, in the VJ.
In the vagina. Would you open the bigger the rock star, I guess you open up more portholes, right?
Yes.
You ever give guys anal?
Not if I can help it, I don't.
Says here, even Paul Schaefer you were with, right?
Yes.
Look at you.
Wow.
And he was out with the Blues Brothers.
And Doc Severinsen, too?
Doc Severinsen.
You know, I was just going to say, do you go into other genres of music besides rock and country?
Yeah, she goes into the guys who perform on the late night shows. Paul Schaefer got a big penis?
Paul Schaefer does okay.
No kidding.
It's a lot of fun.
Who was your best lover?
I'd say Alex Van Halen.
Really?
Wow.
I have said Don Henley, but the more I think about it, it's Alex.
Why so good? Because he ate you out?
Well, he was just very warm and affectionate, which is unbelievable because when you meet him, he can be an absolute dick. He does not look anybody in the eye. He moves real fast to try to keep anybody from talking to him. But underneath his exterior, he is a great guy. I think the world of Alex Van Halen. I say so in that VH1 special.
I imagine a guy like Keith Moon was probably, you know, a dick, right? I mean, just like...
No, Keith was fabulous. Keith and I, when we weren't having sex, he had a little record player on the road with him, and he had a big stack of 45s of old songs like This Diamond Ring and Love Potion No. 9, and we sat around his suite and sang songs and drank.
Did you develop a drinking problem?
No.
Really?
It's no problem.
I love that white stuff. I love that powder.
Oh, the cocaine?
Cocaine was the thing, yeah. Well, you were around, honey. Baby, you've been around. I'm looking at all these different guys. Rick Springfield. He got off and you getting on with another girl in front of him, right?
He got off watching me with his masseuse, and they made a videotape of it in the dressing room so they could watch it on the plane.
And did that tape ever materialize? Has anyone ever, like, released that on the Internet?
I haven't seen it.
Would you be against that?
Not particularly.
Boy, you are some kind of broad. You are way out there, honey. I got to tell you, you are. Anything goes with you, right?
Well, I've had a good, fun life. I really have.
Yeah, everything all right now? Your health is okay? You must have contracted a couple of venereal diseases. You got to have at least herpes.
Somebody gave you some crabs or something.
You got to have herpes.
No, I'm in pretty good health.
Really? No herpes?
No, nothing.
How the
But you had to have a case of crabs or something.
You never got the crabs?
Not that I remember.
Really?
Well, that ain't a no. It's got to, I mean, you can't have that much sex and not
With
get
all
something.
These crazy guys.
You never got any VD or anything, huh?
I think years ago, maybe when I was 15, I might have had a case of the clap, but that was a long time ago. That might have been what led my mother's gynecologist to call my parents and raise hell with them.
Well, I got to tell you, you got off lucky. You know, you really did. And then, did you ever get any politicians? Did you try to get Bill Clinton or Nixon?
I didn't try to get Bill Clinton. He tried to get me.
Where do you meet a Bill Clinton?
At the Hilton in North Little Rock when I was laying out by the pool. And he was the governor at the time, and he sent one of his guys to round me up at the pool.
Right, so did you blow him?
We went into a laundry room off of the hallway in the hotel, and I was going to. But somebody poked their head up from behind one of the washing machines. He said, "We can't do this in here." So
what an asshole.
And he's denied it, but I took a polygraph about it, and him and Hillary both know I told the truth.
Did he...
How was he in the sack?
She didn't get him.
Hung.
He was hung.
Who, Clinton?
Yes, he was hung.
Oh, you're saying you did complete with him?
We didn't get to complete it, but we began it.
I see.
And he was very well endowed.
A big cock.
And I don't appreciate him calling me a liar, especially when he knows to tell the truth.
Well,
and
listen.
I've taken a polygraph about it.
But he's a married guy. He's a president of the United States. He can't be...
Well, then he wasn't. Then
All
he was
right.
governor.
But he was married. He was the
Still
governor.
married, yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't he complete? Because of the guy in the room, so they had to let everyone left? So he zipped up and left?
Right.
I see.
And he asked me how long I was going to be laying out by the pool, and I said all afternoon, because I was writing in my diary about a Rush concert that had been here a day or two before. I've always kept very good diaries about all these experiences, Howard.
I see. No, because you have incredible memories. Is it possible, and I ask this in all sincerity, is it possible you are Chelsea's mother? It could be. You never know. So you're saying to the girls out there that by hooking up with rock stars and being part of their lives, that you live a great life?
You get to see a lot of things and experience a lot of things that you wouldn't get to otherwise.
Right. And you don't feel used?
No.
Right. Well, that's an amazing thing not to feel used after being with that many guys, and they pass you off from one person to the next, and yet you have a good attitude about it, I guess.
Well, I'd rather be doing what I'm doing than pining away for some guy wondering where he's at all the time.
Right.
Doing like people do now, texting and phoning all the time, looking for whoever it is they're involved with, wondering what they're up to. And
Are you sad you never got one of the Beatles?
not particularly, because I have met Ringo. I haven't been with any of them, but I did get to meet Ringo, and I've got some wonderful photographs of me and him that I took at one of his shows in Dallas.
Why didn't you get to blow him?
Well, his wife was with him on the road.
I see. Geddy Lee of Rush, was he good in bed?
We didn't have, I just blew him. I didn't have sex with him.
I see.
I mean, blowing is sex, but unlike what Clinton says. But
Right.
Yeah, Geddy's a very nice guy.
Anybody, you just go backstage, you meet him real quick, and he says, hey, quickly blow me. You don't go, it's not a date or anything. It's just like backstage.
Well, we went out to the bus, Geddy and I
Right.
did, and Neil Diamond came out to the bus.
Did you blow Neil, too?
Yes.
So who do you blow first, Geddy Lee?
Geddy Lee.
And then Neil goes, hey, when you're done with him, can you give me a blowjob, too?
Well, Neil came out to the bus where I was getting high with some of his crew.
Right.
And he
What a
told
night.
them when we got finished to escort me into the dressing room, which
Right.
they did.
Now, you obviously had rinsed Geddy Lee out of your mouth, right?
Or do you?
Geddy Lee was probably 10 or 15 years before Neil Diamond.
Oh, I thought it was all in the same night.
No.
Oh,
I see. Do you ever...
I was like, what are Rush and Neil Diamond doing in the same place?
Yeah, I was confused there for a second, but sometimes there's multiple guys in one, right? Like you could blow all the guys in Rush.
I have not had Neil Peart. I've had Geddy Lee and I've had Alex Lifeson, but I haven't had Neil Peart.
I see.
That I regret, but Peart doesn't give it up very easily.
Now, like, okay, Eddie
Did
Money.
you find that anybody resisted her?
Oh, yeah, there's some guys that resist that I don't get, and I just take it in stride and go on.
Yeah, I would be one of those guys. I would be, honestly, I would be nervous about germs. I would be like, gee, you're blowing everybody, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, who knows what you're growing?
That's right. What's doing in that mouth? You'd be a tree growing out of there. Geddy Lee, Vanilla Ice. Listen to these names. Eddie Money. Eddie Money got a big penis? I bet he does.
Yeah, Eddie Money does all right. And Eddie Money, I asked him specifically, because I've been with Eddie Money several times. I said, now, you know I get all this publicity. I want you to tell me how you feel about me talking about things in the press. He said, go for it. You know, he said, whatever you want to say it, because I know you'll tell the truth.
I guess some guys try to shut you down and say, please don't talk about this, right?
No, nobody ever says don't talk about it. If anything, they say please talk.
I see you were with the great late Frank Zappa. I love that guy.
Oh, Frank was wonderful.
You
Frank
blew
was
him?
fabulous. Yes, and fucked him.
And fucked him, too.
Right.
Was he very loving, or he was always kind of a oddball? I mean,
Oh, he was very nice, very kind, but he did not tolerate any kind of chemicals or marijuana or anything.
No, he was a straight guy.
Yeah, he didn't mind a little beer and wine, but he sure didn't want any weed or blow or anything like that around.
Did you fuck David Lee Roth, or you just blew him?
Me and another girl just blew him in a production office at Barton Coliseum.
Together, you double-teamed him.
Right.